Hola! Buenos dias! My name is Justin Charles, and I am a teaching artist with Kaiser Permanente's educational theater program in partnership and collaboration with Oregon Children's Theater. I am so excited to be here with you today because of the book that we get to share together. This book was new to me, but I very quickly grew to fall in love with this book because it reminded me so much of my childhood. The primary character, the central character, really enjoys using their imagination and dressing up. That is something that I still love, but especially when I was a kid, I loved playing pretend and I loved creating costumes and outfits. And so this character's journey really resonated with me and reminded me a lot of myself growing up. Another reason why I love this book is because of the relationship with the grandmother. Yeah, she was a very influential person in my life. In one way particularly is through language. So my grandmother then, and even now, only speaks Spanish. And growing up as a kid, she would speak to me in Spanish, and that is how I came to learn another language, was because I spent so much time with my grandmother, and she could only communicate with me in Spanish. She is one of my favorite people in the world, and so I was so excited to know that this character in this book also has a really beautiful and close relationship with their grandmother. Wonderful. So, after we read the book, we will go through an activity together. I am so excited for that because it involves one of my favorite things. I'll give you a hint. It involves dressing up. I'm so excited for it. But for now, let's go ahead and start our book for today. Julián is a Mermaid by Jessica Love. This is a boy named Julián, and this is his Abuela, and those are some mermaids. Julián loves mermaids. Now, you might be wondering what the word abuela means. Abuela in Spanish means grandmother or grandma. Now, for me, I call my grandmother abuelita, which is just another form of abuela. So, when I'm speaking Spanish, I say abuelita, and when I'm speaking English, interestingly enough, I will actually say mi ma if I'm referring to her. What do you call your grandmother? Vámonos, mijo. This is our stop. So at this part in the book, Julián and his grandmother are using the subway. Have you ever ridden the subway? Abuela, did you see those mermaids? I saw them, mijo. Abuela, I am also a mermaid. I'm going to take a bath. You be good. Now, you might be wondering, what does the word mijo mean? So mijo is an interesting word because in Spanish the word mijo means son. However, it can also be used as a term of endearment, even though that may not be someone's actual son or child. Mijo is just an overall term of endearment. Julián has a good idea. Now, I've read this book before, but if you haven't, what do you think Julián might be thinking of? Oh. Uh-oh. Come here, mijo. For me, abuela? For you, Julián? Where are we going? You'll see, says abuela. Mermaids, whispers Julián. Have you ever seen a mermaid? Like you, mijo, let's join them. And they do. So that was Julián is a Mermaid by Jessica Love. It is a beautiful, endearing, captivating book about love, unconditional love, and self-identity. So next, we're going to do an activity that really relates to this book. And we'll dive right into that activity. See you soon. Hi there, welcome back. Great, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our activity for Julián is a Mermaid. Remember, what you'll need is a piece of fabric to be our mermaid tail, some sort of necklace or something that resembles a necklace, which is what Abuela gives Julián to complete his mermaid fantasy. And then lastly is we're going to create a headpiece using flowers. I chose some from my garden. You can make these out of paper, anything that you can imagine. So to start, I think I'll start with the headpiece. So remember, I grabbed flowers and ferns from my own garden. You can do something like this, or you can use fake flowers, or you can draw them on a piece of paper. And also, I have my piece of wire. Generally, this comes from bread. Maybe ask an adult to help you find one of these. And all I'm gonna do is bundle these flowers and ferns. I'm gonna take that piece of wire, and I'm just gonna wrap it around the stems, and then I'm gonna twist it to make sure it's secure, like so. And then I'm gonna set that to the side, and then I'm gonna grab my headband. So I'm using just a simple headband that I had in my house. You can use a piece of fabric, maybe you could cut a shirt sleeve, or you could make one out of paper. And I'm just gonna put the headband on like so. And I'm going to take that flower fern creation that I just made, and I'm going to slip it right in the side there so that it's secure, and it looks like something Julián might wear in the book. Next, we know that Abuela gives Julián a necklace. I just happen to have one in my own house, so I'm going to use that. But just in case you don't...
Attention please, pause the video and find an adult to help you with the next part.
So I have one in my house, but again, because I showed you this example, you can also use something as simple as headphones. So all you're gonna do is take both ends of the headphones. We wanna be really careful not to break these. And if you can, just tie a simple knot in them. If you can't, maybe ask an adult or a guardian to help you. And you're just gonna tie a knot like so, into something that might resemble a necklace. So I'm also going to put this on. There you have it, using my imagination, imagining that this is a necklace made of pearls. Now, I can put this back in my headpiece, just to the side there. And lastly, that piece of fabric that's going to be our mermaid tail. So, I'm going to take this fabric, take two ends of it, just like so, and I'm just going to wrap that around my waist here and tie a knot. Again, if you can't tie a knot, that's okay. Just maybe ask a grown-up or an adult or an older sibling, someone who knows how to help you. So now, I've completed the look. I have a headpiece similar to Julián's. I have two examples of necklaces like the one Abuela gave Julián. And lastly, I have the shower curtain here that resembles my mermaid tail. So, using anything you can find in your house and your imagination, you can also create something very similar to what Julián wears. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I had a wonderful time, and I look forward to getting to explore more stories with you in the future. Hasta luego. Bye.